Code switching. In broad terms, code switching involves adjusting one's style of speech, appearance, behavior, and expression in ways to optimize the comfort of others in exchange for fair treatment, quality services, and employment opportunities. To learn more about what code switching is and its impact, we turn to 4 people. What's your name?
My name is Chris Molina.
Hi, I'm Anya Kumar.
I'm Kian Kazuski.
My name is Vicente, but everyone calls me Vince or Vigi.
First, we go to professional speaker and author Chris Molina.
I think it's huge because I think people want to authentically express themselves. And the more that we have organizations that force other people to code switch and to change the way that they express themselves, the more that we are not getting the true people at work or at school or wherever they decide to be.
I do think code switching is definitely a problem in every single space because there's probably not a single person that hasn't done it at some point. Because there will always be a dominant group in which a person may feel that they don't fit in and will need to change the way they express themselves.
Molina and Kumar go into detail of times they remember code switching having the most profound impact on them.
I would say that whenever I was stationed in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, it was the biggest culture shock because up until that point, I was about 20 years old. But up until that point, I hadn't been around that many white people in my life. And so the culture shock of just being in that environment forced me to code switch.
So when I moved from Zambia to India, I moved from an international school to an Indian private school. And during that shift, I ended up being one of the few students that had an American accent coming into an Indian private school. So I had to learn how to speak in an Indian accent for 6 years that I was there, and then switch back to an American accent when I moved to an American international school again.
NSLC film students Kian and Vision expand on their experiences regarding code switching.
Well, when I'm at home, like Florida that is, it's North Florida, so it's not too southern, but everyone kind of has this tiny bit of southern twang to it, like, you know, with y'alls and ain'ts and like taking the G's off the end of our words. So like, I speak a little more like this when I'm at home, saying nothing and like that. But then when I'm here, it's like, you want to sound a little more proper.
I think when I travel, like when I go abroad, like when I go to the US, it's a completely different experience because like, even though like culture is really similar, like interacting with people, it's really different.
We then asked all 4 participants how prominent code switching is in their lives.
So I've been talking about code switching on stages across America for about 2 years now, and that's given me a lot of time to reflect on it. So I don't feel like it's that much of a problem in my life because I've been working through a lot of things. But I will say that I am constantly evaluating the way that I express myself around my daughter. So she's 4 years old, and I have to make sure that she gets the real version of me.
I feel like code switching is definitely prominent because I move and travel a lot, so I end up doing it quite frequently. But I do think it helps me assimilate better to social situations.
It's not really a big issue because where I'm from, everyone pretty much speaks the same. But like here, I don't want to sound like too southern, you know, because it's a whole different place here.
I don't really notice it that much. Like I think it might be something that kind of goes like underlying and undercover in my usual days.
Kumar and Molina give final remarks about the best actions going forward.
I don't think it's a problem that could be solved, but I definitely think it's something that can be helped. So if we can make community spaces such as workplaces, educational spaces, and other spaces that there are large groups of people that are a dominant group in some way, if we can make it more comfortable so that people who don't typically fit in those groups can feel like they can be themselves, I think we can definitely work towards making it more inclusive.
I think we all need to start by just being aware and being honest with ourselves. We all code switch, we all do it, and we're all trying to conform to these societal norms that are sometimes unwritten and unspoken. And if we can get in front of it and point out that elephant in the room, that's the best starting place.